Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy DLloyd. Now we are here with episode 1 of our NCAA Football 11 Dynasty Mode series. Now I had a vote on a previous video asking which team do we want to rock with, and the majority of you guys wanted us to go with Florida Atlantic. So we're going to be rocking with FAU for this Dynasty Mode series. Now right away, I'm just going through, I am creating my own coach. These are the updated rosters as of the 2017-2018 NCAA football season, so it should be pretty recent in terms of players. Of course, the Heisman is going to be a little weird at first because the players who are in there now aren't really the Heisman contenders, but all that will change as we get through this Dynasty Mode series. But Florida Atlantic, only a 1-star program, only a 2-star academic prestige, so definitely going to be a challenge trying to build this team up. But right away, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our roster, see what type of players we have to deal with in this NCAA series. So right away, at our quarterback position, Jason Driscoll, he is our top rated quarterback as of right now, but the key player is DeAndre Johnson from Last Chance U. Everybody wants to see him. 87 speed. He will probably be our guy because of that 87 speed, and the accuracy isn't too big of a difference. Looking at our running back, we have Devin Singletary. He's going to be our guy for a while. A true sophomore, 88 overall. Our best player on our team right now. Only has 85 speed though, so he is a little bit slower, but he is our best rated player. Now, John Franklin III, he's another guy from Last Chance U. He's over here at receiver, our #1 rated receiver, 88 overall, 91 speed. He just transferred from Auburn. He should hopefully be our guy as well. Then we have a few other receivers. Now, this is one of our older positions, a lot of seniors at this position, but tight ends pretty much don't have any tight ends. Tackles, we have one good tackle in Reggie Bain, and that is about it. Our offensive line looking a little suspect, so DeAndre Johnson is going to need to scramble a ton this season because he might be getting sacked a lot and be facing a lot of pressures and quarterback hits, all that good stuff. Looking at the center position, Antonio Woods, that is our best guy. Defensive end, don't really got a lot of D ends or D tackles, so that is somewhere we have to focus on in recruiting. Try to get some big boys down there that can help out our defense. Outside linebacker, Aziz Al-Shair, I believe his name is. That dude looks like he will be a beast for us. And then Barnwell, that is our middle linebacker. Hopefully he can get a little bit better when we do these spring drills. Corner, definitely we need work at our cornerback position. Not a ton of them here, so we need to get a lot in recruiting, and we need to go ahead and work on the corners we have now. Free safety is a mess, but we do have a very good strong safety in Jalen Young. Hopefully he's a beast. And then we have to go ahead and get a kicker and a punter because they're both seniors. So right over, we're going to jump straight into summer training, and this is where we can actually go ahead and improve our players. So a lot like Madden 11 and Madden 06, Madden 08 on the PS2, we're going to be doing the same thing here. So the first drill we're going to be doing is the rushing drill. We're working with Devin Singletary. You see him right away getting to the outside, trying to do good in this drill, but this drill was actually pretty tough for me. I thought it would be a lot easier. I know in Madden it was a lot easier, but this one was a little bit tough for me. You see me getting into the end zone right there. This is actually our last play, and we only got 650 points, which translated into 2 points. So we're going to go ahead and move up our break tackle. Now, one thing you will notice, 1 point is an actual one attribute. I don't know how they do these attributes, but say for instance you only have an 80 break tackle, 1 point might move you up to an 82, so a little bit different, and I don't know where you have to score to get a certain amount of points. So I'm just trying to do my best with every single drill. Right here we are rolling with DeAndre Johnson. We want to improve his accuracy. His throwing power is only 80, but we were able to get 5 points on that drill, so we decided to go ahead and move his throwing power to an 82, throw his accuracy up to an 87. It really wasn't worth it going just to an 88 when we could improve his throwing power just a little bit. So he should be a beast with that 87 speed and now that 87 throwing accuracy to match. Right here we're trying to get our backup running back, see what he could do. Really not the best player on our team. Of course, you see him fumbling the ball, having problems holding on to it. Fumbled a couple times in this drill actually, but we're only able to just get 2 points. But I thought about moving it to his carrying because he did fumble a lot. We decided to move it to his break tackle. That might be a mistake, but that's where we went ahead and moved it to. Now, John Franklin III, we're out here with the 40-yard dash. He is our #1 receiver, but if we can improve his speed from a 91, maybe even higher, that will be huge. You see right away, we run a 4.23 40, which is definitely crazy. And then on the next 40-yard dash time, guys, we absolutely murdered it. Look at John Franklin go. He is gone a 4.1640. You know this is a video game, and we're going to use that to improve his speed. He went from a 91 speed to a 96 speed. This guy should be an X factor for a team, and should have a pretty good year. Pocket presence drill, we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll with Driscoll. This is going to be our backup quarterback. We need him to be as accurate as possible. So we go through this drill here. Really not too challenging. I should get a lot of points here on this drill. The same exact drill they have in Madden as well. So nothing really different here. So you got to get away from the tennis ball, stay in the circle, and then throw it to the correct receiver. So you see here, time winding down. We end up getting that one, and we get 1,100 points, which should be good because this guy's out here doing the Heisman pose at the end of it. But it's good enough for us to get 4 points. So I think 5 is the most points you could get. We end up getting 4, and we use all of those to his accuracy. Right here, this is just testing how far you can throw the ball. I think the name of the drill is throwing distance. All you gotta do is just tap X and then go ahead and press circle when it's time to throw the ball. Try to aim it up as straight as possible. So we killed this drill also, and we're gonna go ahead and use all those points to improve our third string quarterback's throwing power, which is now a 90. For receiver, running back, catching drill, this one you just gotta try to get open, but all you gotta do really is just catch the football. So we're using Woods right here, our second wide receiver. He's catching that pass. He's gonna go ahead, get open again. Look at this little move as he cut back, and then gonna get another catch right there. Does pretty decent in this drill as well. We end up with 3 points. We're gonna use all of that on this catching, so we will improve his catching from an 86 all the way to an 89, because like I said, once you get up in the high 80s, each point you get is only one attribute. So we went ahead and did that. Now for our defensive line, we definitely need to improve our defensive alignment. So we're using Dobb, I believe his name is. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it, but we're gonna go ahead and use him. Really our best defensive end. If we can make him a little bit better, try to get him to at least an 80 overall, I will feel comfortable at least knowing I have one defensive lineman who's an 80 overall or higher. So this drill was pretty easy. All you had to do was set the quarterback, but the quarterback did not move. So we're gonna go ahead and move everything to strength, and his strength is now an 84. His overall is now 82, I believe. That is definitely good. As for route running, we're going with Durante here. Now all you gotta do is just follow the line and catch the football. A very self-explanatory drill, and it really was not difficult at all. You see us scoring a couple of touchdowns. Our corners cannot tackle. That should be a little concerning, because I'm hoping to get tackled when we play against other teams. But we're going to move his catching up to an 84. As for our DB cover drill, we don't have the best corner. So we're going to go ahead and just take our top corner, which is Williams. I know he's a senior, but hopefully he can become somewhat of a lockdown corner for us. And he did very, very good in this drill. The first pass attempt right there was an interception. The second one right here, back-to-back picks on that same dig route in the back of the end zone. And then the next one, they're going to go ahead and try to get us with that corner route, but we are there to deflect the pass. So we did very, very good on this drill. Got the most points, which is 5, and we're increasing his catching all the way up to a 78. So we have a corner who can catch. That will help us out a lot. Chase and tackle drill, we decided to go ahead and use our right outside linebacker, Al-Shair. We go ahead and get a couple stops in the backfield, and this drill really wasn't that difficult either. It threw me off at first because of the lead blocker, but then I just figured out how to get in the backfield and tackle him for a loss just about every single time. For this drill, we get our full 5 points, and we're going to put all of that to tackling. We do not want any missed tackles, so we improve that. Pass skeleton, try to improve our second cornerback here, which is Lewis, and this is kind of similar to the pass skeleton on offense, but now we're on the defensive side of the ball. We just got to come up with the stop, don't give up any catches, and you know they're going to throw the ball to your side every single time. So we do fairly decent in this drill. Still a little more challenging, but we get 3 points. So we're going to go ahead and improve his catching, and his catching is going to move up from a 65 all the way to a 72. So not bad. That is pretty much all the drills. Now for redshirting players, we're just going to redshirt freshmen. Our quarterback Robinson, he's already redshirted 82 overall, but we have a very good quarterback room there. As for our running backs, we're also going to redshirt Tyreek Tisdale, because we have our running back pretty much for the future anyway. Receivers, I didn't know if I wanted to redshirt Javon Durante or not. 89 overall, but we decided to go ahead and take the red shirt off of him, and it was a very tough decision, but we decided he is a junior. Go ahead, and he shouldn't go pro, so he should be back one more year. Instead, we'll go ahead and we'll redshirt right, which will give us a little running receiver for the future, excuse me. So we have to recruit another receiver. A lot of seniors, a lot of people leaving. As for our offensive linemen, really wasn't a ton of freshmen. I thought about redshirting Brandon Walton, and we decided to go ahead and actually do it. He is a sophomore, one of the only sophomores that we will redshirt. As for defensive ends, Really don't have no young up-and-coming DN, so we don't redshirt anybody. We will redshirt a defensive tackle, though. And then as for outside linebackers, nobody there. Middle linebackers, we do have Leroy, so we will redshirt him. And then our cornerback, we need to recruit another cornerback. Simple. We will go ahead and redshirt the freshmen that we do have, but I have no intentions of these guys being the corners of the future. And then strong safety, we have one guy to redshirt. So that is all of our redshirts. This is our actual schedule, only a D+ strength because we are in the Sun Belt Conference. But hopefully, after a few years, we can get an invitation to either the ACC or the SEC. We have one tough matchup though, and that is at number 3 Texas. So that should be a tough one towards the end of the year. Now for the recruiting, this is essentially a make-a-wish recruiting class. We are just a 1-star prestige, but there really wasn't a ton of 1-star players. It was weird the way this game is handling this recruiting. I know there'll be a lot of 1-star and 2-star players in the offseason, but for in-season recruiting, we want to just go ahead and try to make a wish. So a ton of guys that we don't know the interest in us until we get to the regular season. Now we're here in the season, and this is where the interest is, you guys. So our top guy, Aaron Moore, he runs a 4.4 140. Florida is his number 1 guy. And now a lot of people we did want to target are from the state of Florida for the most part. Sean Ricks, he's not, but he ran a 4.2 840, number 1 running back. Probably won't come here. You see Alabama has a huge lead, but that is definitely our make-a-wish, and we did put the most points on Ricks. Hopefully he does come down. Like I said, 4.28 speed, you really cannot coach that. This guy could definitely be the next Reggie Bush. Champ Armstrong, we need a guard. He probably doesn't want to come here, but we'll see. Justin Murphy at center. Alabama is clearly in the lead, but we're really not that far. We're number 4. So that is kind of interesting. We have 8 points on him. David McQueen, we need a free safety pretty bad, and we are even with Boise, Oregon, and USC. So hopefully we can somehow pull that one off. Will Williams, we need a tight end. We don't have one. This guy ran a 4.4. We're trying him. Marcus Reed, we're number 2, but we have a big deficit between us and Alabama, so we'll see if we can pull that one off. As for a tackle, this is the only guy right here, Julius Benko, who wants to come to Florida Atlantic. So hopefully we can at least sign him during the in-season recruiting phase. And then Marcus Williams is our final guy. Really not too interested, but we'll try our best to try to get a defensive end. And then as for the top 25 polls, it doesn't show you anybody ranked outside the 25 like NCAA 14 does before the start of the season, but we'll take a look at the top teams. And of course, number 1 is Alabama. You have Ohio State at 2, Texas at 3, Oregon 4, Boise State at 5. That will not hold up with these updated rosters. They should lose a ton of games. USC is at 13, LSU is at 17, Florida State is at 21. Then for the conference outlook, we are 3rd in the Sun Belt Conference. So that is pretty much everything. I think I tried to cover the entire preseason in this episode. Next episode, obviously, we'll get straight into these games, guys. Should be a ton of fun. I hope you guys are excited about this series. I know a lot of people don't like the PS2 games because of the graphics, but I think there's a ton of stuff you can do in this game, and I'm excited to get this series underway. So if you guys are excited for this series, please go ahead and leave this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.